Hi guys, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let's take a weekly outlook based on supply and demand. The way I trade supply and demand. Alright. First, I highly recommend you to watch the video where I explain how I trade supply and demand so you have a better understanding of my methodology. I trade supply and demand. We have, as supply and demand traders, we have different type of entries. However, I only take two of them. Where the first one is momentum type of trade, and the second one is realignment. Those are the only type of trades I take. All right, so I don't take PCPs. I don't take location trades in case you have more, or in case you are more involved with supply and demand trading. Why do I take only momentum and realignment trades? Because those are the ones. Or those are the type of trades that give me more probability. Those are the higher probability setups my methodology can offer me. So that's the reason why I only trade those type of setups. Yeah, let's get started with the weekly outlook. The first one I have is dollar SAR. I have a bearish pair here. Why is a bearish pair? I don't take a structure, so don't get confused. I identify my direction, my trend based on levels taken out or order blocks taken out, however you want to call it. I have two levels of demand, well actually three. We have three levels of demand taken out here. So this is a bearish pair. Now when I go to the daily, and I have the same thing. This demand zone was taken out. So I need to identify direction in the weekly and daily time frame. If both time frames are aligned, if both time frames are telling me the same story, then I go to the 4-hour time frame and I go to the 1-hour time frame to identify any trade, any possibility. So that's how I trade. If I don't see direction in weekly and daily, if they are not in alignment, so I just jump to another pair. So I have here weekly and daily bearish, and when I go to the 4-hour time frame, I have three zones here, three zones of supply. This is a fresh level. Price might react from this level for shorts. However, I don't take fresh levels just because they are fresh levels. What I do is I apply the confirmation pattern, which is a simple price action combination technique where I identify trends. I try to identify a trend line plus a zone, and if both things gets taken out, I identify the origin of the move in the 1-hour time frame, and that's where I place my entry. I'll give you an explanation. I'll give an example later during the session, because last week I sent a signal to the group in GBP CAD which played perfectly. So what I have here is the price it's making like a retracement on the 4-hour time frame. It will start making higher highs. It might react to this supply zone, but I'm not gonna take it until I have my confirmation pattern. So let's say the price makes something like this. All right, I can connect the trend line and I can identify my last demand zone. Let's suppose this is the way this pair is going to move this week. All right, so only if I see something like this where the level gets taken out and the trend line also gets taken out, that's when I know I have a possibility, I have a setup, I have an entry there. So I go to the 1-hour time frame. Let's do that. I go to the 1-hour time frame to refine the entry. Let's say here is the level. That's where I place my entry. That's where I place my sell limit. And then we go short. So that's basically the pattern confirmation. It can be a combination of trend line plus demand zone, trend line plus supply zone, or it can be a combination of two demand zones or two supply zones in case we cannot connect any trend line. So that's how I trade. I like to be very I like to have a very mechanical way of trading, looking for the same patterns over and over again, because your trading gets more easier and you get results much faster. Okay, now we go to the GBP CAD. Here is the example. Here's a signal I set last week. Let me give you the breakdown. First one, identify my direction. I know this pair is bearish. Why is bearish? Because this level was taken out, and this level, this valley down here was taken out as well. See, was taken out. So that's what the weekly trend, that's what the weekly trend is telling me. Let's see if the daily is telling me the same thing. It is. See, we have a new we have a new lower low created, and actually this is the same demand zone on the weekly. So we have the same thing. All right. So what's what I did, or what did I do last week? Here we had a supply zone. Okay, this was the supply zone. I was looking for a reaction right there. Let's use the replay mode, so you get to understand what I mean by confirmation pattern. See what we have? We have a trend line here, and I have this demand zone there. If price removes the trend line along with the zone, I know I have a sell order there. I know I have a sell opportunity. See what happened? Boom. The level was taken out. The trend line was taken out. Actually, the trend line was taken out very well. It was solidly taken out. So now I see that. What I do is I go to the 1 hour time frame, and where is the origin of the move? It can be this one, but I have another level up there. This is the origin of the zone. This is where the whole movement, the old movement started. This is where the price, this is the turning point. That's where I take my sell. That's where I place my entry. There. I don't take CPs, in case you ask. I don't trade CPs. I only take peaks or valleys, in case you know more about supply and demand. So see where is the price? See where the price reacts. Right at the zone. If you want to be more sniper, you can use the 50% of the order block. It's the same thing. So see what happened. The take profit was below this low. The take profit 3. So price hit the take profit. So now what's happening? Am I gonna go short again here? I wouldn't go short. Why? Because now we have a different story. We have some liquidity here from support and resistance traders, where if we see there is like a support and resistance structure right here. Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. So there is a lot of people selling right now. I wouldn't go short there. What I will do is I'm gonna wait for this level being taken out, because the more a level is touched, the weaker it becomes. So you have to execute your order at the very first touch. The very first touch of the zone is the highest probability setup. Once we have 1, 2, 3, 4, it's gonna go for the 5th touch. I just don't trade it. I just don't take it. There's a low probability setup. Now, but here's where the confirmation entry comes again. The confirmation pattern. The price is like it's making like its retracement in the 4 hour time frame. This is my daily zone, and as long as the daily zone is still intact, I can still looking for short opportunities or sell or buy opportunities. If this level gets taken out, so I just ignore the pair. So here's where we're going to apply the confirmation pattern. Let's see, let's say price makes something like this, and maybe by Wednesday price makes its midweek reversal. We go to the 1 hour time frame. We check, we have a broken trend line. We see, we confirm we have a daily, I'm sorry, a 4-hour demand zone here being taken out. We just go to the 1 hour time frame, which is my entry time frame, place my sell limit order there, and let's look for a new low. Simple. Now we go to the Aussie USD. Now that you know how the confirmation pattern works, you will understand a little bit more, or you will understand more or much easier the way I trade and how I determine if I got a setup or no. This pair is bearish. Is bearish because we have a trend line. We have a trend line here on the weekly taken out. We have a demand zone being taken out, so I know it's bearish. The daily is telling me the same thing. We have a level on top of level here, but I will just take the region. So guess what I'm expecting, or guess what I'm waiting to happen. We have a zone plus trend line. For now, that's the confirmation pattern I'll be looking. If price just keeps going up without giving me anything, it's just ignore the pair. If price gives me the confirmation in the 4-hour time frame, then I have a setup. Simple. Aussie Yen. This pair is bullish. One more thing is that I don't take, before you ask, I don't take into consideration any sort of correlation. I trade each pair individually, separately. That's how I trade. I might go long on Aussie Yen and I might go short on Aussie dollar. That's my philosophy of trading. It's more, it makes me the trading, well, it's easier for me. That's what I'm trying to say. So see what happened on this pair. I hope you guys are taking notes of this. Last week, a couple of weeks ago, this pair was not in alignment, was not aligned. Why? The weekly trend was bullish, but the daily trend was in consolidation slash bearish. Why? Because this demand zone was taken out. Therefore, I know I don't have any trade there. However, see what happened. The CP, the supply zone, was taken out. See the spikes there. Where did it happen? We have this level, but we also have this level, which is the responsible of making that move as well. This huge imbalance. So what am I gonna do? Apply the same thing. The price will start making its retracement in the 4-hour time frame. We hope, or we can expect a reaction here, because we're gonna have willing demand from willing demand from trendline traders as well. And if I have the confirmation pattern, then I go long. See, we have price my fill these orders here as well, and maybe make a new high. But first, I need to see my my confirmation pattern. If price retraces and this zone gets taken out, just ignore the pair. Simple. Aussie CHF. This pair is bullish in the weekly. See the supply zones. See how supply zones have been taken out and demand zones have been respected. That's a trend. Now this daily demand zone is still fresh, is still intact, and I need to look for a confirmation pattern. See how I apply the confirmation pattern. We have here a trend line, okay, but well, the trend line got removed. It didn't give me any outside candle, but we have two levels of supply being taken out in the 4-hour time frame. This one and this one. So even though the trend line was not solidly broken, this time I can apply the confirmation pattern by two zones removed. Whatever happened first. Now I go to the 1-hour time frame, try to identify the very origin of the move. And where is the origin of the move? Here. This is the last bearish candle. This is the last bearish candle before the price rally all the way up. So here's where I can place my entry, or if I want to go with the 4-hour zone, here is my entry level. So if price retraces all the way down, and if price retraces in a very slow way, like compressing, it's gonna be much better. NZD CAD, this pair is bearish for now. It's reacting to the supply zone, but it hasn't confirmed yet. It just removed one zone. In case price keeps dropping and gives the confirmation, we might find our entry here in the 1-hour time frame. The entry will be there, the last bullish level before the price drop. See, NZD USD, it's the same thing. It's the same stuff as NZD CAD. For now, they are bearish. For now, they are bearish, but we need to confirm. Where is the confirmation? See, the trend line is far away from the price, but I have two zones. I have this CP, rally, base rally, base rally. So this is a CP. We have another CP here. If price removes these two CP levels, then I go to the 1-hour time frame and try to identify for the origin of the move. Where is my last bearish candle before the price drop? Around here. But that's just in case the price gives the confirmation. Alright, don't sell, don't buy just because we have a level. Levels will be removed every time, but if we confirm them by looking for a change in the structure, or looking for demand or supply levels in the lower time frame taken out, then we have a higher probability setup. NZD-CHF, this is a bullish pair. This is a bullish pair in the weekly. This is a bullish pair in the daily, and we have a confirmation in the 4-hour time frame. Levels, supply level taken out, supply level taken out. The trend line was broken. Here is the level. In the 1-hour time frame, we have a clear level here and here as well. So this is the area where I expect a turning point. NZD JPY, this pair is bullish. See how price reacted to the supply, I'm sorry, to the CP, to the demand zone. On the daily, see what happened. Daily was not in alignment. Why? Because this demand zone was taken out, but then price retraced, and this CP level was removed. See, was removed by this spike here. So it's the same thing. We're looking in Aussie Yen. It's the same thing. See, they are very similar. The same scenario. What am I gonna do? Apply the confirmation thing and go long. If I don't see the confirmation pattern in the 4-hour time frame, I just don't trade it. Gold. Last time, my last session, we talked about gold, which was in a realignment mode. I remember I sent a signal which gave like 4-1, I guess, 5-1, but it ended up retracing to our entry level and stopped me out of break even, and then the price removed the level, which was here. But the realignment phase was still in place because the price is bullish on the weekly. See, we have a bullish trend line there. We have a demand zone there which was not taken out. Now what I have to wait, or what I had to wait, was for the same stuff in the daily time frame. See that we have here a supply zone on the daily, which was finally taken out. So I have demand zones being created, supply zones being taken out, demand zones being respected. So since I have the same direction on the weekly and on the daily, now I can look for a confirmation pattern. Plus, here we have some sort of liquidity. We have some sort of support and resistance structure. Support, resistance, resistance, resistance. I know that if price retraces here, support and resistance, support traders will try to get long there, and also traders who uses Fibonacci will try to get long there. Oh, wait. 1 second. We'll try to get long here around the 50%. So that means that's how I identify liquidity, by support and resistance traders, breakout traders, and retracement traders. So now what I do is I'm just gonna wait for a retracement. I'm just gonna wait for a retracement in the 4-hour time frame, and if we have it, then we go long again. And SP 500. This pair is complete. I'm sorry. This is not a pair. This is completely bullish. This is completely. There is no supply here to the left, and price keeps making new highs. Price keeps making new demand, creating new demand zones. So here we have another CP, another demand zone on the daily. I need to apply the same stuff in the 4-hour time frame, waiting for a confirmation, and then go long. So that's what I have for this week, guys. Hope you learn, hope you like it. If you have questions, you can drop your questions in the chat room in our Discord. And for those watching, you're more than welcome to join as well. If you would like to learn more, just contact Forex Lens. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice week. Bye bye.